Welcome back. This is Blue Phoenix, aka Urkid Fresh. Lesson 9. We're going to work on an ARP in this one. Sorry. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to grab a new instance of Bazille. And one thing I like to do is just use the same chord progression we use in the pads for an ARP, so the notes will actually follow along with whatever the pads happen to be doing. All right, so here we go. We got our dead mouse patch. So let's go ahead and no offense. Let's see. We'll grab an arpeggiator here. We're done. That's it. No, I'm kidding. So I like to use 1/16. All right, so that's a pretty dull patch. Let's make it more awesome. 130. So I was kind of thinking it'd be kind of cool to have a bell sound. Best way to make a bell sound is by triangle waves. But if you look here, you'll notice triangle wave isn't really there. You've got half saw is close-ish, but not really. So in Bazille, you've got these mapping generators, and what you can actually do with these is draw any waveform you want. It just so happens that generator 1 is already a triangle wave, so we can just use that as is. While we're here, we might as well load up our tuning file so we don't forget. We've got our micro tuning on, and we don't have to lock it in because we're not changing patches here. So essentially, when you want to use one of the mapping generators as your waveform, you go down here and you select tap map 1. That's our triangle. And if I turn the knob all the way to the left, that's going to be a triangle wave. You can see on the scope, there it is, triangle wave. It's probably really quiet. I'm going to turn that way up. So that's pretty boring. No one's going to like hearing that. As I turn this knob up, it's going to be more like a saw wave. But I was thinking, hey, let's make it a square wave instead. So something that's kind of squarey, kind of triangulary. It is a little bit low though, so let's try turning this up to let's try 12. Okay, so basically it'd be kind of cool if that were to change based on an envelope. Right, so that it starts off more like a square and then turns into a triangle as the sound progresses. So we're not using envelope 2 for anything. We'll go ahead and grab that and plug it in here. And what this means is now if I turn this knob, the envelope is going to modify our PD based on, I'm not even sure what PD stands for. Phase distortion? So if I turn sustain all the way down, and let's just turn everything way down. There you go. It's actually a really pleasing sound, I think. Turn this up more. So it's really kind of cool. You get kind of a filter sound without actually having to use a filter there. However, that being said, I think we are going to go ahead and use a filter anyway. Yeah. Let's see. We'll use, I think a low pass 12 will do. So the point of this is I was thinking it'd be kind of cool if the key velocity would alter the cutoff value essentially. So you have velocity down here as one of your outputs. If you grab that, and connect that here, then this will affect the cutoff. The cutoff of your filter. So now, okay, so right now the ARP is playing everything at the same velocity, which is why it's not terribly interesting. So what I'm going to do here is, I think it's easier just to make this thing smaller sometimes. If you turn velocity on in your arpeggiator, you can actually have it go down over time. Oh, I gotta sneeze. Oh, it was a fake sneeze. Okay. It happens. So that's not bad. I think what I'm going to do, though, is kind of thicken up that progression some. Let's make it 4 notes. If I take these topmost notes, I don't know. Let's try the bottom ones. Just clone those. We could try that, or we could try the uppermost notes. Come on. I think I like that better. I think this cutoff is too high. I don't know. It's gonna be really finicky getting this stuff right. Let's try messing with the gate value too. This will change the length of the note. Or maybe it's just got too much sustain. Let's see here. Alright, not bad. Let's try a few more tricks to make this sound a little bit thicker. Let's turn on the stack here. Maybe 4. And in order for that to really matter, we're going to change the stack tuning. Let's change the voices up. Let's try some things out. This distortion. Don't want to overdo that though. Turn that volume down. Okay, that sounded pretty good. I'm going to try just a little bit of a experiment here. This PM course is going to change the phase of the of it. So if we were to go in here and it's almost like a vibrato effect, or it can be. And here's set the rate down. Is that really doing anything? Maybe. We'll leave it. I did it before, and I'm just trying to make sure it... It's just kind of changing the tune a little bit. It's interesting. We'll go with it. We'll go with it. Sounds good. That's pretty good. Looks like it's not at unity, so a stickler for getting it to match where the volume slider is. And let's add some reverb now and some There we go. I'm going to go ahead and add a compressor too, see how that sounds. May not need it. Let's see, let's go back to full power, full strength. Let's change the pan based on the stack voice. That's going to give us a lot more stereo effect. Oh yeah. Oh yes, yes, yes. Thank you, Yuhi, for giving me that control. I don't think there's anything else I wanted to do with this. Let's hear how it sounds with everything else. Let's just turn off the voices. Or if it's too low. Alright, maybe we get the best of both worlds. We can change this step up. So at this point you can go and mess with the arpeggiator settings and see if you can get something else that sounds more interesting. Ooh. I like that one. That's not bad. Converge. It's too chaotic. I really like down the most. So EQ this as well. It's probably got a lot of low end, which we don't want much of. Let's do a mega cut here. Gentle. And let's go to mid-side mode. No, wrong way. I like that. You'll notice too, it's ticking up above. It's like way up above where it should be. We can fix that gain right here. It was 6 off. That's better. This decay might be too short. So there we go. That sounds really good. It's got a lot of good stereo effect. And we're just going to call it Bell Arp. And these are kind of our lead instruments, sort of. I'm going to make them yellow. It's my favorite color for leads. I really need to go and color all my clips too, because they're all brown. It's not helping. Pretty good. I'm not sure what else I would do with that one right now. We might decide to change it up a little bit later, but for now that sounds great. So that's really about it for the ARP. I've got one more kind of a stab sound I'm going to do next. So stay tuned for that. We got soundscape we're going to do, and we're going to mess with that Singing Comet sample we downloaded earlier as well. So hope you enjoyed that, and I'll see you next time. Control S, make sure to save your work. Bye.